Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Hey, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Chocolate Bros Review Show. You're here with Adam and Brian.
It's exciting.
I'm fired up.
Let's do this.
Woo!
Yeah!
Come on now.
Yeah!
Just a quick intro. We own Fortunato Chocolate. Check us out at www.fortunatochocolate.com. We've been in the chocolate business for 16 years, buying a unique and rare variety of cacao in the jungle of northern Peru. Brian?
Yes, we do that. We have a retail store in Issaquah, Washington,
Two
right
of them.
outside
Two of
of Seattle, two of them. And we have an online store at fortunatochocolate.com.
Yes, we do.
Go visit us there and check out what we have. And to anybody who's watching, listening, any other way that you're getting this, we just want to say thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, the purpose of this show is we are reviewing other people's chocolate.
Yes.
For two reasons. First, the summer's coming. It will be hard for us to ship chocolate to our online customers. So if you're accustomed to buying chocolate from us online, that's probably going to be going on hiatus for the next 3 months. And if we can, we'd like to discover some gems, some good chocolate that's affordable.
Which
that
we have discovered.
Which
a
we
couple
have
gems,
discovered,
and
yep.
we've also discovered some stuff we didn't care for.
And we have discovered some stuff we didn't care for. So if you're going to be taking a hiatus from Fortunato Chocolate during the summer, although you can still buy our nut butters online. They
That's
ship
right.
very well in the heat.
Also, nib-based products are
And nib-based
available
product.
online.
Yep, we have nibs and dates and nibs and blueberries. But if you're looking for a chocolate fix over the summer and you want to know which chocolate to buy, we're reviewing other people's chocolates.
That's correct.
Second, I think it's just good for us to keep our pulse on the market and just know what else is out there, because for long stretches of time we only eat our chocolate.
That's true. And we're reviewing chocolate that you can get in a grocery store, that you could even get at a gas station, something that is widely available. Typically industrial chocolate, but not always. We found some stuff that was a little bit more on the craft side of things. And you know what? There's we're not competing against these companies, we're competing with them. There's room for everybody, and it's good for us also to know what's out there. And some of you just might want to try some of this other stuff and might want a real guide about what's out there. So if it's a service that we can do for you, we're happy to do it today. And so some of the stuff that we're reviewing is kind of more like candy, and some of the stuff that we're reviewing is more like a fine chocolate. Today we're on the candier side of things, I'd say.
This one is interesting because, and I'll just go ahead and show you. We're going to do this Toblerone milk chocolate with honey and almond nougat. We cut the top off so that we could easily sample it. Brian, when you hear Toblerone, what is the first thought that comes to your mind in regards to the quality of the brand?
So my perception of this, without having, I'm not a big eater of it, but this, I would consider this candy. In my perception, in the brand space in my head, this is basically a Hershey bar, a triangle Hershey bar with some crunchy stuff in it. But I have to say, I don't know, because I've never really.
That is interesting. So Toblerone has I'm
sorry, can you say that again there, Adam?
Toblerone?
Toblerone? Toblerone?
Toblerone?
I think he was a 5th century warlord.
What is it?
Toblerone.
Pardon. What did I say? Toblerone?
Toblerone?
Toblerone, pardon me. I got the E and the L inverted. Pardon me. Toblerone, they seem to have split the market here. I have never tried a Toblerone.
Never
bar.
in your life.
Never.
I remember trying one a long time ago, but I have some teeth issues, and I remember that what they're calling nougat was a little tough for me to deal with tooth-wise.
So I've never tried a Toblerone bar before, and I have always had it in my head that they're sort of a middle market Swiss brand that might make pretty decent Swiss style chocolate.
Okay.
Whereas you're saying this is on par with a Hershey's bar or straight
so
candy.
Let's start by looking at the ingredients
Let's
and
do that.
look at who makes it. So here's something I think we both just discovered. This is made by Mondelez International, which is one of the big five.
Huge.
One of the big five chocolate and cacao companies in the world, and is known for their reputation in the industry is for having a lower end product, very industrial. Now it's made in Switzerland, but it's made by Mondelez. So right there, I'm going to say probably my perception was correct. We got milk chocolate. The ingredients of the milk chocolate are sugar, milk, cocoa butter, chocolate, meaning cocoa solids, milk fat, soy lecithin, and artificial flavor, which is almost certainly an artificial vanilla. And then the nougat, sugar, honey, almonds, invert sugar, and egg whites.
So let me ask you something, Brian. When you hear nougat, what are you thinking?
Are
you thinking something chewy?
I thought it was something chewy. I would have thought nougat was the stuff that you get in a like a
Three Musketeers
like a
bar.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah,
That's
or
what
Snickers. They've
But
got that sort of creamy, chewy middle.
I thought it was creamy chewy. What they're calling nougat, I would call it's like similar to our almond roca.
Oh, so you've already had this bar. So
well,
you know.
long ago.
Okay.
Maybe it's different now. Maybe maybe it's chewy now.
Okay. So
It comes in a very iconic
I like
triangle
the box
shape.
is cool, although is it easy to? Yeah, it's easy to open.
It's an iconic triangular shape.
It is, but it has this thin.
It has the bad foil wrap
that we do not like because it's
bad
really
foil
hard to.
wrap.
It's really hard to.
bad foil wrap.
Bad. It's hard to seal up and eat later, which I don't like. And this box is good for sealing up, but
It's
the foil
got
kind
the
of ruins it.
perforations, which I like. It's easy to open, and as I recall, it's triangular with like segmented pieces that are easy to break off one piece.
But you see, once you get to them, this
Yeah.
foil.
Now that
a
foil
drag.
that's a waste of metal right there.
All right. So
Yeah,
there
so
we
it's what I remember.
Okay. Here we go, Brian.
Easy to break off a piece.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. You're smelling.
Oh, well. So right off the bat, it smells like walking down the marshmallow aisle at the grocery store.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got that chemical smell. It didn't say corn syrup, but what they said called artificial flavor.
Yeah.
That's all you smell.
Yeah.
Sugar and whatever the
No
artificial
cacao.
flavor
No
is.
cacao notes
Absolutely
whatsoever.
not. And nothing that I would.
And let me
no
just say
nougat
this,
note.
because we sell 2 milk chocolates, and it might be a misconception that with milk chocolate you're basically just getting sugar and milk. A good milk chocolate has cacao flavor, and it's a combination of the dairy, the creaminess of the dairy, and then the cacao notes that make a really good chocolate. Make a really good milk chocolate.
This isn't that.
It's not an absence of cacao.
No, but in this case it is. This in my mind smells like an industrial Hershey type chocolate, which is typically 10 or 11% cocoa solids. Now, I will say it says almonds on here, and the inclusion that I'm seeing there appears to be a big chunk of almond. There's also, this might be hard to see, there's lots of little speckles in there, and I suspect those are little bits of
the nougat.
what they're calling nougat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can feel this melting on my hand right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of cocoa butter in here.
A lot of cocoa
All
butter,
right,
and it said milk fat as well.
Ooh, that's sweet.
I don't like the texture. It's crumbling. Maybe it's out of temper.
It's incredibly
because of how we stored it.
Boy, oh boy, is that sweet.
So
that's a lot of sugar.
Go ahead and set off your review, Brian. I mean, I think you gave the majority of your review just now by saying how sweet it is, but
yeah, I'm gonna go immediately to now I got one of the inclusions, what they're calling nougat.
well, it's so sticky.
In no way is that nougat.
I think nougat is supposed to be stretchy. No, it's supposed to be something that is chewy, but this is just sticky.
That is classic supermarket industrial hyper sweet, no cocoa flavor milk chocolate. The only thing separating that from any other industrial grocery store milk chocolate is the inclusion that it has in it. Even though I had a big chunk of almond in my first nibble, I got no almond flavor. The almond flavor is completely overwhelmed by the sugar and whatever that fake chemical taste is.
And you really especially on the back end of the mouthfeel, the chemical flavoring starts to come on really, really strong.
On my second little nibble, I got some of what they're calling nougat, which clearly is honey, which is like honey and egg white in a kind of a sticky, crunchy, like roca kind of mixture. It sticks to your tooth. It just has more sweet flavor. The only flavor I can really detect in this is just sugar and milk. And all I can feel is cocoa butter.
I mean, you really can't even. This borderline shouldn't even be called chocolate.
No, I wouldn't call this chocolate. This is candy.
This
is
is
exactly
straight
what
up
I thought it
candy.
was.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is
is
what
it
you thought
even
it was.
called chocolate?
Yeah,
It says Swiss milk chocolate with honey and almond nougat.
And the thing about when you hear, at least for me, when I'm thinking Swiss milk chocolate specifically, or a European milk chocolate more broadly, I'm thinking about the creaminess.
Yeah.
The really creamy, rich, sort of luxurious texture. This doesn't even have the texture.
No.
And it's all sugar. Nougat, I like the idea of a kind of a creamy, chewy nougat that doesn't stick.
Yeah.
You know, similar to maybe what you might get in a Three Musketeers bar.
Yeah.
But well done. This is not that. This is speckles. This is basically just speckles of sugar that stick to the
Speckles of sugar mixed with egg.
inside of a super sugary bar.
Oof.
So
The overwhelming tail on this is sweet, and the cocoa, whatever cocoa butter they're using, it's staying on my tongue, and I don't want it there.
yeah, and then the honey, you know, to mention honey, I'm holding up this box like it matters, but I get no honey.
I got no honey or almond.
I got no honey. Correct. No honey, no almond.
There's a chunk of almond. You can see it right there,
Yeah.
but you cannot taste it.
No, so you just get the sugar, and then
Yeah.
you get the speckle of sugars inside the mixture of sugar.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to buy this.
That's the last Toblerone I'll ever put in my
Yeah,
mouth. And by the way, if you want candy,
I wouldn't even get this.
I mean, there's
Why
better
would you even
options
get-
for candy.
I would get I'd rather get a Starburst or
Because
something.
isn't that an upper priced type of candy chocolate?
I don't-
I think it's considered a premium product.
I had it in my head that this was sort of like a mid-range, better than supermarket brand.
Do you remember we did either a Mounds or an Almond Joy?
Yeah.
It was a Mounds.
Yeah,
I
good
would
one.
place that.
Oh, yeah.
This is no better than that. I would strongly doubt that I'll ever put another bite of Toblerone in my mouth.
I
as
never
long as I
will.
live.
And Toblerone. All right, so there you go. Because of the iconic triangle packaging.
Yeah.
And the fact, and just this stringing together this chain of words, Swiss milk chocolate with honey and almond nougat, they could trick you into thinking that this is something more than what it is.
Is there any other marketing language on here like there is on some? No, there's nothing.
No, there's not. So
Yeah.
I would highly recommend across the board, don't buy Toblerone.
Yeah, this
milk
one gets
chocolate.
our strongest thumbs down.
Wow.
Really bad.
I was expecting something a lot better than that.
No,
So,
I had zero expectations and it failed to meet them.
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's our review for today. Sorry, Toblerone, no hard feelings.
Sorry, no hard feelings, I guess, but stay out of my mouth. and
Excuse me, Mr.
Never cross my
Mr.
threshold.
Toblerone, if we happen to cross paths, don't hold this against me. We could still
Yeah.
be friends.
Yeah, we know that you're immensely more powerful than we are in the industry, and we did not mean to offend, but your product is awful.
Yeah, we really don't like it.
That's
so,
correct.
So now we're gonna go ahead and just swish our mouths out with
Industri-
disinfectant
Clorox,
alcohol. Yeah,
some kind of
with
Clorox
bleach,
or something.
Yeah, with undiluted bleach.
I'm gonna-
And
yes.
then we'll get back to work.
I'm going to pretend that this was COVID that got into my mouth and treat it accordingly.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what that means, but COVID got in your mouth.
I think you were supposed to be able to swirl with bleach, and that was going to solve it. So
I
I'm
don't
gonna,
know. Hey.
a bleach swirl is definitely what's called for after this.
Look, this is
Toblerone.
not a platform for your conspiracy theories,
Oh,
Brian.
boy.
All
Here
right,
we go
so here we
again.
go. Here we
Denying
go.
my voice.
All right. Okay, everybody. So if you want to get good chocolate,
Yes.
and it's not that hot where you live, or if you're in the neighborhood of Seattle and you want to come out to Issaquah, Washington, you can either check us out at www.fortunatochocolate.com or come visit our store here. We're there every Saturday morning if you want to meet us in person. We would
Yeah,
love to
the
meet
owners
you.
are there. You can come meet us. And by the way, if you like these videos, then click like, click subscribe.
Good call.
Mash the thumbs up.
Mash
Send
it.
us a message, whatever it is. But we love to hear from you. We love the fact that you're watching and listening. And thank you everybody for your time and attention.
Yes, and if you come across Mr. Toblerone, don't tell him about this.
No, by all means, say nothing. It's just between you and us.
He's a tough customer.
The lucky thing that we have going for us is that probably nobody's even watching.
Very few people watch us.
Nobody's
That's fair.
watching this,
Yeah. All right, Brian. I'll talk to you later, and I will talk to you all later as well.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.